Hey guys, Roxy Sims here and welcome to my speed build. Today I am building a huge family home in the new world of San Sequoia. San Sequoia, of course, came with the brand new expansion pack of Growing Together. This is a very exciting time in the Sims community because I feel like it's been ages since we got any significant content from the Sims. So yeah, very, very exciting time. Like I mentioned, this family home is quite large. I did make it kind of, for anybody could use it, but I really did have the Michaelsons in mind whenever I was building it. And if you didn't know, the Michaelsons were the family that were shown in the Growing Together expansion pack trailer. And, normally I'm not really drawn to make a house for any new families that come in the game. Sure, I'll make a house for the Goths because I know them. I've known them for so many years, so that makes sense. But the Michaelsons are just different. I saw them in this trailer and they are just so damn cute that I had no choice. I had to make them a home. They're actually pretty interesting Sims too. They feel like they actually have personalities, and I think their story is really cute. How they're both working at a startup, like a tech startup, and met, and then they went on a coffee date and all this stuff, and then they adopted their 2 children, and then they spoil the kids rotten. I don't know, they feel like they just have more of a personality than I'm used to, and maybe that has something to do with the new attraction system. And what is that system where you have certain dynamics between family members? And yeah, I just think that they've really made them full people. Does that make sense? And since they went on a coffee date, I made sure to put some an espresso machine in there. Since they work at tech startup, they have a few computers. They're kind of geeky, so I have a lot of gaming stuff. Since they spoil the kids rotten, I put in a playroom and a tree house in the backyard. The kids just have some cool rooms with a lot of cool stuff in them. So yeah, I tried to really get to know them and reflect on what their personalities are like and try to put in things that they would really like if they were real people. If you have seen the Michaelson's house before I've renovated it, you might be able to tell that I'm going for the same style of house of their original house. So I'm going for that suburban craftsman style. There are definitely some traditional craftsman features in this house. Craftsman homes have a lot of built-in bookcases, built-in bench seating and hutches and all of those things. So I definitely wanted to have that stuff in this house. But I do feel like they would have updated some things whenever they moved in. So the kitchens and the bathrooms are updated, and the furniture is in a bit more of a modern contemporary style. Not uber modern or anything, just a bit more updated. This house has 6 bedrooms. Of course, we have Christopher and Celeste's room, and then we have the 2 kids' rooms, and then I have a guest room because if you've seen the trailer, the grandpa comes, Celeste's dad comes and visits and stays for a little while. Unfortunately, Celeste's dad isn't even in the game, and I saw someone, I think it was on Twitter, mention that maybe he died. I was like, how dare you? How dare you say that? That's so sad. And so I refuse. That's not happening in my game. Hopefully someone will make him. Maybe Maxis will make him and then share him on the gallery so that we could put him in here. But I made a guest room especially for him. Because that was just so cute. All the him coming over and the different dynamics between his relationship with the son. I wish I could remember the son's name. I'll look it up after this. But yeah, that was so cute. So I had to make sure to put in a nice guest bedroom for him. One of the bedrooms has been converted into a home gym, and then one of the bedrooms is being used as their office. So I have Celeste and Christopher sharing an office where they do some gaming together. Yeah, or do if they ever want to work from home, quote unquote work from home, they surely will need to do some sort of task that you have from a job at home. So that'd be the perfect place for that. Building the baby room for Orion, I guess it's the infant room for Orion. That was really fun. It was really nice having some actual baby furniture, a changing table, a crib. I mean, that is so exciting. Can you believe is it like almost 9 years? Or is it 9 years? It's something like that the Sims 4 has been around, and we have finally gotten this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's very cool. I'm way more excited to build baby rooms now. There's an actual reason to build them. Very, very, very nice. I wanted to get a big family house out first because, family is like the whole thing about the Growing Together pack. That's the main focus of this pack. So family house first. But I'm also very excited about the other things that I have in the works for this world. I have a couple more builds I have one build that's like nearly finished, and I have another one that's it's pretty far along. It is a big one. It's filling up the 64 by 64 lot. So yeah, lot to do on that build. But that one, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share that one with you guys. That's the one I'm the most excited about, but unfortunately, that's the one that takes the most work. I've already been working on it for so long, and there's still so much to do. But I guess that's to be expected with a 64 by 64 lot. This lot too was a lot because it's a 50 by 40. So yeah, good sizes. But I am excited about the next one too that I get to share with you guys. That one, the one that I'm probably going to share next, is going in the more city area of San Sequoia. If you didn't know, San Sequoia is based on San Francisco. So I won't tell you exactly what the build is going to be, but just think of it's a houses. It's kind of what you would expect for a San Francisco based world. So I'll leave you with that and let you try to figure out what the next one will be. So I'm very excited to get that one out. It's, like I said, it's almost finished. If you regularly watch my videos, you might have noticed that I was on a little bit of a break. It wasn't really that little. It was meant to be little, but it turned into way longer than I ever wanted it to be. I'll tell you why. So I took the break initially because I was like, I don't feel so great, and I just want to feel better, right? And so I was like, oh, well, I'm feeling better. So I turned on my computer to play some Sims. And then guess what? My computer just doesn't work. It worked in every other way, except it just wouldn't play games. It would play them for like 2 minutes, probably, and then crash. And that happened to every game on my PC, except for like Stardew Valley. So I went scouring the internet looking for ways to fix it. Nothing would fix it. I've tried everything I could find. I even had computer savvy friends come over, and all the tips they gave me, I'd already done. The last resort was just wiping everything and starting over, which is a nightmare to me because I have the worst internet known to man. So yeah, it took ages to re-download everything, but I did, and it still didn't work. So I had a protection plan on this computer, so I took it in. They couldn't fix it either. They're like, well, we'll send it to be repaired because it's probably like a hardware issue, which that's what I suspected anyways. And so like I thought maybe the graphics card was bad or something. So they sent it away, and the repair people, they sent me messages like saying, yeah, like things needed to be replaced. They replaced like the motherboard, the graphics card, some other things too. And then like a day or two later, they messaged me again, and they're like, oh wait, psych, we can't fix it. Because I thought, oh great, they're changing those out. Now they're going to send it back to me. And I was expecting them to say they've sent it, but no, the message was, yeah, so we can't fix it. I guess maybe it needed more, and that would have taken more money than it was worth to fix it. So the protection plan actually lets me buy a new computer. So that's what I did. I had to just buy a new computer and start completely over, which, yeah, that was no fun. But hey, I have a computer that actually plays games now, so that's a plus. I went ahead and I upgraded my video editing software as well because it was a bit outdated, and so I've had to like relearn how to do all this, because I mean, it's not that I forgot, but I'm just like, everything's like upgraded and different, because I'm used to my old computer and not this one, and I've had to change all these settings and stuff, so it has taken me a while to kind of perfect the, like, just to make everything how I wanted it. But I am so glad. I think for the most part it's mostly done. I have a few more things that I have to do to it, but mostly there. And I've meant to update you guys about the computer situation on the community tab, but I've just been so focused on building that kind of everything else has faded into the background. I've had so much inspiration because I was without a computer for so long. I think it was kind of overflowing out of me, right? So I think I have like 11 or 12 builds going on right now. Yeah, it's a lot. I can't wait to share all of those with you. I have another one of my building Twilight builds coming. I just have a bunch. I have a bunch of things. What is that saying? A bunch of plates spinning all at once? Yeah, a bunch of things. Whenever I feel a little tired of building on one thing, I move on to the next build. So I've just been like bouncing around building a bunch of things all at once. It's been really, really fun. I like this batch building, because normally I'll build one thing and I have to fully finish it and then make the video for it, and then I can start on a new thing. But this is just really fun for me. And a lot of them are almost finished, which is nice because now I know that I have quite a few things already mostly done, for that I can make videos for. So yeah, it's an exciting time. I might share some some work in progress pictures with you. Yeah, tell me if you'd like to see those. Well, enough about me. Let's talk about this build, shall we? So, you might have noticed the first few rooms that I worked on, those are more of like the formal area of the house. We've got a formal dining room, a formal living room. And then on the other side of the house, we have more of the casual areas. So we have like a family room, like TV watching room. And then the kitchen, where it's got this seating around the bar. So that's the more informal eating area. And, this house was big enough that I could do that. We also have a couple car garage, and then a good size, what is that called? A laundry room. Yeah, that's what that's called. And then a bathroom downstairs. It was actually fun trying to figure out the ways that I could put in the very traditional craftsman elements that are in tons of craftsman homes, the built-in bookcases, the seating, the hutches, all that kind of stuff. It's always a bit of a challenge to add that kind of thing into Sims builds. I had to use the tool mod a lot to try to fit those all in, especially in the particular way that they're normally built in a craftsman home, sizing things down to be the right size, all of that stuff. I really couldn't do so many of the things that I do in this game without the tool mod, so a round of applause for the tool mod. I just love it so much. It's really hard to build without it now that I've had it. Thanks, Twisted Mexi. I love the tool mod. I doubt he would be listening, but just in case. I wanted to point out this little area of the garage. Of course, this is like an area where I thought Christopher probably brought all this stuff from his old college days. The ping pong table, the posters. I was thinking he went to Foxbury. Is that the more modern? Yes, Foxbury, the more modern one. And so he's got like an anti-Brightchester poster and stuff. I thought maybe he got up to some pranks against Brightchester whenever he was in his college days. He also likes gardening, so of course I had to add a gardening section. This is kind of the man cave, the garage, It's got a lot of his stuff in there. And now I'm working on the playroom above the garage. I had so much fun in here. It was very nice I just wanted to make everything very cozy and comfortable and like a good place to have a sleepover, because that is a new thing that we can do. And yeah, so I left some pretty good space. I think that you could fit at least a couple sleeping bags in this room without having to move anything. maybe you might have to move the baby play mat thing. Also have one of the new gaming tables in here so you can, make puzzles and play. Oh, what is it? It's like, is it symbols? I think it's supposed to be like Scrabble. I love that they have that in the game now. I love Scrabble. It's so much fun. Something I wanted to do in this house is I wanted to make it a little bit dark and moody. It's not all dark throughout the place, but it's more dark than it is light, I would say. I went for this wood tone in a lot of the furniture that I normally do not go for. Like it has it's like a dark reddish tone. I'm not drawn to that wood tone, but for some reason I just felt like it fit them. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try it out, do something that I don't normally do. I also want to build more things with a very light tone of wood because I do typically go for a more dark brown or like a medium brown. But I just want to try some new things. So that's what I did. I am absolutely in love with those new sconces that we got. Those brass, like globe kind of ones. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. I want to have them in my own house, my real life house. It's going to be hard not to use them constantly. There's a few things in this pack that I am just over the moon for. I love them. I love those sconces. I love the the taller lamps, and I like the shorter lamps too. These ones that I use on these the nightstands right here. Yeah, there's some really good stuff. There's some stuff that I maybe won't use so often, like these chairs that I used in here. I think they work for this room, but I don't know how well they'll work in other things. I think I can find ways to fit them in though. Of course, this build uses lots of other packs, but I did try to use the new Growing Together pack as much as I possibly could. That's what I always try to do whenever a new pack comes out. I will definitely add in the older packs as well, because I am making these builds for my future save files, so I want them to be like fully fleshed out. You know what I'm saying? I want them to have everything I can to make them the best that I can. So I'll use the other packs, but I do try to really focus on the new pack. Oh, by the way, I just want to point out, as you saw, Celeste got this huge walk-in closet with like a vanity area, and look at the poor closet that Christopher got. It's not fair. It's totally not fair. But, it is what it is. She needs an area to do her makeup, So I gave her a really big one. Him, not so much. Life isn't fair, I guess. And now we're working on the infant room, Orion's room. Yay! It's just really nice to be able to use all of this cool new stuff. The colors and stuff in the room were definitely influenced by this new rug and the new crib that I use in here. And there's a cool new rocking chair. Yeah, very nice stuff that has come in the update and the pack for infants. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to mention, so I realized that I have like the Michaelson House in the corner, but I think this will probably be listed under Huge Family Home if you want to look it up on the gallery and download it. That's what it will be under, and then I'll probably use the hashtag, the Michaelson House, or the Michaelson Home, something like that. But you could also just look for it just under Roxxy Sims. It's spelled the same way, but it has no space if you want to ever look me up on the gallery. Something else that I wanted to mention is I want to get your feedback on how the audio quality is, because whenever I started doing the voiceover for this, I had to delete everything because it just sounded terrible. There's like something on this PC that I'm not used to, and it like quote unquote optimized the microphone for me, and I just did not like what it did. It made me sound all echoey, and so I basically just like turned that off, and I'm like, no, this is bad. So I don't know if like I need to do more work on it. Of course, I don't have like the best quality microphone as it is, so it's not gonna sound like the bestest ever audio quality in the world, but basically just let me know if you've seen my other videos, how it compares to those, right? Because eventually I do want to upgrade and get a much better microphone because this one is pretty cheap. But yeah, I just hope it doesn't sound much worse than how I had it set up on my old computer. So just let me know, would you? Let me know if it's acceptable. Well, guys, we are pretty much finished with this video. I just want to thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. As always, this build will be uploaded to the gallery, so you can download it from there. But if you need the tray files, or if you just like to support the channel, you can do that on my Patreon page, which I will have linked down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will talk to you all again in the next one. Bye, everybody.